Just kidding. Hey guys, it's Will. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm not filming an ASMR video. I'm actually filming a tier list video. And it's no ordinary tier list video. It is
the tier lists of all tier lists.
I thought that, considering it's the new year and everything, it's 2021, we're no longer in 2020, which was a year of awfulness. To reflect on the past year and to,
give it some good riddance.
I thought that I would do a tier list of all of the events that happened in 2020. Going back through and looking up the events to put together this tier list made me realize how much shit went down this year. I still have COVID, so I am still in quarantine doing that. I lost my sense of smell and taste, so I'm basically on the best diet ever. I'm not really eating anything. If you know me, I don't really like sweet coffee, but I've been getting very sweet coffee because it's actually something that I can taste. Like, I can't taste exactly what it is, but I can taste the sweetness of it. So I've been getting like caramel macchiatos and stuff just so I can have some form of good in my life right now. But to kick off the video, let's just get started. Let's go. Welcome to the events of 2020 tier list. As you can see on the bottom, there is a wide range of things that I'm going to be discussing today. Some good, some really bad, some sad, some that I shouldn't even be talking about, but it is what it is. As you can see on the sides, it's not like A, B, C, D, F. I added a little bit of spice, if you know.
Let me add a little bit of spice to that.
So the first thing is Get Me Off This Earth. This category is for things that are so bad that just put me out of my misery type of thing. Get me out of here. I don't want to, yeah. Second one is WTF. Obviously it's very shocking. Major things that happened, unexpected, surprising things. The next one is tragic. These are very sad things that happened during the year. You can already probably start formulating in your head what kind of things are going to be put in this category. Next one we have, forgettable. This one is things that I just completely forgot happened this year. And it's not to say that they're not important, it's just that I completely forgot that they happened. Next one is disgusting. There were some really gross things that happened this year as well. Some gross people, gross events. So those things will be going in that category. Next category is You're Kidding Me, Right? This one is it's so crazy and over the top and something that shouldn't be real, but it actually happened this year. Or something that's just completely laughable that the fact that it got attention is, well, you're kidding me. And the last one is, wait, actually kind of good. This one is for things that actually were half decent this year and actually surprisingly were good in comparison to everything else that fucking happened this year. Those are the seven categories that I will be putting the different events into. And yeah, this is a disclaimer here. I did not include everything that happened this year, but I included a lot of major plot events. And I'm going to say plot events because this year was definitely like a movie. So just sit back, relax, and watch me rank this shit. To start off, we have the all-encompassing theme this year of COVID-19. This one's pretty self-explanatory. COVID has really just fucked this year sideways. It caused us to have that long-ass quarantine, which we still should be in, but it's beside the point. The United States has over 300,000 deaths, millions of cases. We're kind of the worst, which is just no surprise at all. Yeah, it's a very deadly disease that some people don't take seriously, which kind of sucks because, well, the year can just tell you how bad it was. With that being said, COVID, you get the first spot in Get Me Off This Earth because the fact that I'm living in a pandemic right now, it's like my own Black Mirror episode, and I feel that it's still not happening, but it is. So, next is Joe Exotic. I actually haven't watched Tiger King, and I do not plan on watching it. I had no interest in it whatsoever, so the fact that it was a major thing for a few months, Joe Exotic took people's lives by storm, and just went with it, and people have made songs about Tiger King. I really don't understand the hype at all. I think it's just laughable. It's not good TV at all from what I've seen, but I haven't seen any of it, so I'm really not one to judge. With that being said, Tiger King is going to go into the You're Kidding Me, Right? Because the fact that we gave our attention to this guy for as long as we have is pretty laughable to me. Next on our list, we got the Australian wildfires. This is what kicked off our year. We thought like, oh, nothing can get worse than this, but well, it did. It got a lot worse. Just the fact that it was the start of everything really is just like, the kicker. This can fit into a lot of categories here, but I'm going to put it into tragic. I saw like a stat somewhere that I think like maybe a billion animals were killed, affected. And it just goes to show the importance of how much attention we should bring to climate change, and somehow people still don't think that climate change is a thing. So, next we have the Meghan Markle, Prince, whoever, I don't even know which one it is,
William?
leaving the royal family. This is something that I didn't really pay much attention to. I mean, it was a big deal, obviously. This is like a major deal. And this was in the news for like months, but I just decided not to pay attention to it. I guess that's just the American in me. I don't know. As people refer to it as Megxit, I'm going to move that into, forgettable. Next, we have the death of Kobe Bryant and his daughter. Just gonna... don't really want to talk about that. Next, we have the impeachment trial and the resulting impeachment of President Donald Trump. I'm going to put that in, wait, actually kind of good because... sorry, this is, a major opinion of mine, but...
Not the biggest fan of Donald Trump.
Next, we have Parasite winning Best Picture. This is obviously in the wait, actually kind of good category. I fucking love that movie. It is one of the best movies I've ever seen, and that is an understatement. I have nothing but good things to say about it, and I'm so happy that it got the recognition it did. So that's definitely a very good thing that came out of this year, and that was kind of the beginning of the whole COVID thing. Like, once that hit, then everything just went downhill after that, but I'm happy that that was the one good thing that came out of it. Next, we have Harvey Weinstein was deemed guilty. This is actually disgusting, not because he was guilty, that's a great thing, but he's just a disgusting human being, so he's just going to go in that category. Next, we have the tragic death of George Floyd. Obviously, this is going to go in the tragic category. Though it was very tragic, it did bring up some great movements and allowed people to speak their voice. It's allowed us to move in a better direction for our country and hopefully make some changes that are much needed and have been long overdue. Next is President-elect Biden. Just going to say that was a pretty good thing. That's all I'm going to say. Next is the death rumors of Kim Jong-un. This is definitely a what the fuck moment. I still am kind of confused on the whole thing. Crazy time. Crazy time. And something that maybe in other years would have been a major thing was kind of put on the back burner in 2020. Alright, so the next is the major stock market crash of 2020. I'm going to put this in the forgettable category. It's not forgettable by any means. I just am not in investing, and I want to get into it, but it didn't really affect me. I know that's kind of, I don't know what the word is for it, but facetious of me? Who knows? I don't know. Not really something that I paid much attention to. And, investing is something that I want to get into, but for 2020, it was just kind of like, oh, that was expected because of all the bad shit that's happening. So next is Ghislaine Maxwell. I think that's how you say it. She was arrested, and I'm going to put her in the disgusting category because, again, like Harvey Weinstein, she is a disgusting human being. We have the murder hornets. That's going right in the get me off this earth category. My biggest fear is spiders, and bugs are not far off. So the fact that there were hornets that were like this big that could kill you was scary, and definitely something that I do not want to be around, so I would rather be off the earth. Next, we have the Beirut explosion. This was definitely a tragic moment, but also a what the fuck moment. I'm still saddened by it. It's just crazy, to think about the people that were affected by it. I don't even know what to say about it because it was just so fucked up, so that's why it's in this category. Next was the tragic death of Chadwick Boseman. Though this is a tragic, very tragic thing, definitely a what the fuck moment because he is one of our most coveted superheroes. I was really sad about this news. Next is the West Coast wildfires. This is going into the tragic category, as is the Australian wildfires, because again, it's just sad. Next is the death of RBG. Ruth Bader Ginsburg. This is a what the fuck moment because she is a historian icon. There are some people in the world that you think like are timeless and like they're never gonna die and they're immortal. Like Betty White. She's one of those people. Next is Donald Trump getting coronavirus. I think this one just speaks for itself. You're kidding me, right? Sorry, there's a lot of like deaths on here, but like that's just what happened this year. Next is the death of Alex Trebek. A major what the fuck moment. Again, tragic, yes. Everyone, the people who have died, they're both what the fuck moments and tragic moments. And this guy's an icon. There's going to be no one that can replace him, even though I think they're already looking for people to replace him. It just isn't fair. Next is the COVID-19 vaccine. Obviously, this is a very good thing to come out of this year because we started the year with the WHO declaring COVID a pandemic, and just to see how fast we were able to, you know, our scientists and researchers and things like that were able to get a vaccine out is crazy. Next is World War III. So remember all the memes in January of World War III? And like, I was honestly pretty scared that I was going to get drafted. It was like an actual reality of something that could have happened. And then really this was like kind of like forgotten about because of COVID. I mean, I'm obviously putting it in what the fuck because we almost just, you know, went to war. Next is Brexit. This was the UK leaving the European Union. Just like Megxit, kind of forgettable because I didn't really look that much into it. Next is the Olympics being postponed. As crazy as it is, I kind of just forgot that the Olympics were supposed to be this summer, so I'm just going to put that in forgettable. Next is the toilet paper shortage. This is going in, you're kidding me, right? Because you're kidding me, right? Next is the movie Cats. This is obviously a you're kidding me, right? Whose idea was it to make this movie? I haven't personally seen it,
but I've seen enough.
Next is Kanye running for president. This is definitely a laughable moment. I just don't know how people take it seriously. I really don't. Next is the whole conspiracy that like Wayfair is in sex trafficking. I honestly forgot that this was in this year. And so I'm going to put that in the forgettable category. Next is when Trump was going to hold his rally in, I forget which city or town it was, and take people on TikTok reserve tickets and then not show up. So then no one showed up to his rally. I thought that was pretty funny, but in a good way. So I'm going to put that in, yeah, actually kind of good. Next is Anonymous resurfacing. They're like this hacker group that like can find information about anyone. I forgot that they even existed. But they came back this year, to no surprise. I'm going to put this into what the fuck because what the fuck. Next is something that I think the whole world just completely forgot about. The images that were released of UFOs. I think from NASA. I think it was like from NASA. And like no one talked about it. It's definitely, you're kidding me, right? Because there was no attention brought to this. Next is J-Lo and Shakira's performance at the Super Bowl. I even forgot that I put that on there. Next is the Grammys. And Billie Eilish like sweeping everyone. I personally love Billie Eilish, I do, and I'm very proud of her for sweeping, but I just completely forgot that that was this year as well, so I'm going to throw that into the forgettable category. The COVID-19 quarantine. We're still like technically in quarantine, so it's just kind of like become normal life, so I'm kind of going to put that into forgettable. You know, it's just what we have become, and you know, we're now wearing masks, and most people are wearing masks and socially distanced and, you know, things like that. So it just kind of become the norm. The COVID-19 quarantine, as weird as it was in the beginning, has been adapted into what it is now. It's just kind of become life. So that's why I'm putting it in forgettable. Next is the death of Mr. Peanut. This is so tragic. This was just not needed this year, but it happened. And the last one is the birth of Karen. I work in retail, like food and retail. So I've had many experiences with Karens. At this point, I just don't get it. I think it's just for attention. I think we just gotta eradicate all Karens off the face of the earth. And you know what, Karens? You know where you're going? Look who you're sitting next to. Look. Alright, well, that is my tier list of reflecting on 2020. I hope it was entertaining for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I do plan to do more tier lists and more fun ones, but I just wanted to do this one because I wanted to look back at how crazy this year was, or I was pretty surprised to see how many things happened this year. But let's hope that 2021 is the opposite of that and is a really good year for us. And I hope, that we can learn from everything that happened and be better people because of it. Yeah. So that's all I got for you today. If you like this video, if you want to give it a thumbs up, you can. If you want to subscribe, be my guest. I do plan to post some more content because I'm still, locked away in this room. But as you can see, I moved some stuff around. I don't know how you can tell in the video, but I kind of flipped my room the other way, and I bought a whole bunch of decorations, like wall decorations, that are gonna come in within the next few weeks. Hopefully I can do a room tour and show you guys what I got, and I'm very excited for it because it's all movie themed, and it's gonna be so cool. Hopefully. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and don't get COVID. Peace out.